Alright, welcome back everyone, Zaf here. We have some amazing info for this video. We have brand new leaks covering the workshop up brilliant light, going over the element, the power requirements, everything you need to know, and also the brand new hunters coming out, so let's cover that. Very nice info we have for today, giving us an insight towards what the devs are thinking. But also, speaking of thinking, what are you thinking if you haven't supported us yet? The link is down below. Everyone's sport was removed, so make sure you're still sporting us. This is what it looks like if you're sporting once you go to the My Page section, so my name will be here, and the codes you receive will go down here, just so you know. So make sure you support that way you don't miss out, and also, join our Discord server. We have tons of giveaways here. I'm gonna do one more $100 giveaway. We have two so far, they can enter. Another one for hitting the 10,000 mark, so thank you everyone. Your support means the world. Hertz, Shenzai, Keller, Dread, Soul Level, M. Kim, and DevSpank, thank you so much. And lastly, congrats if it's on. From when you first commented our last video, here's your shout and enjoy that juicy Discord roll. So first off, let's cover Goto. I know a lot of you want to know the information regarding Goto, because he does have an element and a, I guess, hunter kit now. Basically, as I was saying before, a lot of you disagreed, but Goto will not be an assassin. I know, surprising, right? But it just makes sense again with the hunters slated to be released. Goto will be a tank, meaning he will become a breaker based on these leaks. And in the comments, do let me know, are you a fan of Goto being like a tanky, damage dealer, bulky breaker of sorts, or would you rather have him be an assassin? Let me know. Very curious what your thoughts are, that way we know exactly what everyone is thinking. Again, based on these leaks, do note, leaks are always subject to change, but I assume he'd have the same position as Gogunhi, where he will be a breaker, he will be a damage dealer, and he will be an overall buffer. I think he'll be the Gogunhi of the fire element, or of the wind element, depending on what we get, because Wu right now, although he is a phenomenal breaker, he's just not a unit right now that we really need on our team. His weapon is pretty lackluster, it's okay, but only activating during break state, not the best unfortunately, so that's why I do think Goto can honestly be either a fire or wind element, again based on the leaks, it can be either or, it just makes sense for him. We do need a hunter that's a tanky damage dealer buffer to replace either the fire elemental breaker right now or the one we have here. Now with the brand new workshop mode coming out, as you know, something has to be added into the game, that being cores this time around. We have brand new cores coming, what a surprise. I think we can see up to 3 where 2 of them will actually be usable. That'll be interesting to see. Right now with our cores, honestly, they're not all useful, maybe 2. Maybe you can make the argument that 2 are good, but generally speaking, only 1 really does anything when it comes to the passives. They're mostly just for the stat gain, that's where they really do shine. Now, when it comes to the new elemental typing right now, Baron is weak to Dark and Wind, while Vulcan, he's weak to Water and Wind. So what will the new workshop be weak to? As we know, it'll be Deimos, whatever it is. Again, I'm not good with the pronunciation of these names, but as we kind of expected, they will be weak to Light and also Fire, so I guess if you want to do the workshop, you don't necessarily need to summon for any fire units. It's not going to be a must. We already all have, we should all have, right now, Thomas Andre basically, not maxed out, but at least 285. It was the most recommended hunter of SLA's history, so please make sure, if you haven't summoned for him, to probably summon for him now. I mean, come on. Do you really not want this national hunter Chad? Yeah, come on, you want him. That's why, again, I do recommend at least getting to A5. Very vital for a lot of game modes right now. You can't even come in and do game modes where the light elemental weakness does not exist, so super important. Make sure you summon for him, that way you are prepared. But even if it isn't going to be a light weakness, again, leaks are always subject to change. He's still going to be a good unit used for pretty much every single game mode. Now for the next Monarchs, again, no information when it comes to their weaknesses, what they're going to be like, etc. But we do have some total power requirements, very important. So as we go down here to the workshop, we know what the normal and easy mode requirements will be for Deimos. Again, let me know in the comments how to pronounce it. Here's the easy power requirement right now for Baron, 350k to 450k, and then for normal mode, it is, let's see, 600 to 700k. So with the new mode coming out, this will get a bump of 50,000, so it'll be 400,000 to 500,000, which kind of makes sense. We do have those brand new enchantments when it comes to artifacts, so it should naturally see a bump up in the power we need, which is fine, very fair. And with normal mode, again, same thing, it is getting a 50,000 power bump up, so it'll be 650,000 to 750,000. That's what we'll see. So overall, I do think that's fair. There are new cores coming out, as I mentioned, so there should be around 6 cores total that are being added in, which is a surprise. Right now we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 6 more are coming. I wonder, will they replace the cores we have right now? Very interesting. Should you save your workshop tickets from the get-go starting now? Some people did save. When Baron did come out, they had like 20, 30, 40 tickets. It was insane. So, I mean, if you want to save, you can do that. Start saving now. That way you're prepared. Whatever brand new meta-tiered cores come out. Very interesting. And Yogu for Whales is coming out in March. That's the assumption. So Whales will have a mode coming out too. And as usual, when it comes to the workshop, hard modes do come out, I believe. It's generally, it could change 1 month after the release of the normal mode. So very excited for that. We're going to see what's happening. But again, every single thing here is subject to change. Right now, when it comes to these cores here, we don't get them in the new workshop mode, which is kind of to be expected. As you know, right now, we can get both cores from Vulcan and Baron, so it kind of makes sense for the brand new cores to overlap. I'm kind of not a fan of overlapping rewards. As you know before, when it came to Vulcan, we got artifacts, but now those artifacts can be found here, which I'm just not a fan of. It's so hard getting, curse artifacts, blessing artifacts, read artifacts that are good. Before in the workshop, when they dropped, it was way more consistent, at least in my eyes. Let me know if you disagree, but that's what I liked way more. Again, everyone's opinions are different, but that was my preference. But that's pretty much it for the leaks. Again, I think some people will be disappointed that Goto is going to be a tank, but again, like I said in my last video, it kind of made more sense. We have a lot of DPS units coming out. The devs only release DPS units back to back to back. Generally, it'll be like a DPS and a tanky buffer support kind of unit, and then another DPS or support. That's what they do. It's been a while since we've gotten multiple DPS, so with Kane, Isil, and Goto coming out, some of them have to have different kits, obviously, so Goto kind of makes more sense for him to be in a similar position like Go, where he is going to be a good damage dealer, a good breaker, and also a good buffer as well. And of course, when Isil does release, you know for a fact we will be streaming her release, going over her kit, summoning for all that good stuff. She does come out in 8 days and 20 hours, so looking forward to it. Again, I have a lot of summons ready. Last time for Akari, it took us 1,000 summons. That was not a good time. We got wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Getting a support unit of all units all the way to A10. She drained us for the summons. Let me just show you. Just as proof, as you can see, we have her to A10, and if we go to that brand new event, it does tell us how many summons we've done so far. So I have 5,000 points. If you look at missions, we get 5 points every 1 summon. That means it took me 1,000 summons. I've never been drained so hard. I wish it was Isla, but in this case, it was Akari doing the draining. So, hope you enjoyed this video on the leaks. Again, very cool. Goto again. I know some people will be disappointed. It is what it is. It was kind of bound that a hunter of his stature would be similar to Go. At least in my eyes, that's kind of how it worked, and it seems that it'll work that way based on what the devs have put into the game or plan on putting. So again, just wait, you never know. These can all be changed in a moment's notice. Let's see from this videos and people's reactions if they even like the fact that Goto will be a breaker. Maybe some of you will honestly be pretty pissed off. We'll have to see. If you enjoyed the leaks, if you enjoyed the info, make sure to drop your like, subscribe that way. I know you want more content like this, and also don't forget to support us, of course. The link is down below, so that way you get a bunch of free codes sent directly to you. On that note, this is your Code King Saf, signing out.